Unang-una, Karen Davila, yung pinagsasabi mong fake news, kayo ang pinakamaraming fake news.
Fake news daw protected the President Duterte before.
Duterte.
Yes, alam
Sabi
mo
ni
na,
Karen?
yes, sinabi niya yun, Sas. May post ako niyan. Kinuha ko yung interview nila.
Talaga?
Yeah, tingnan mo sa tingnan mo sa page. Tingnan mo nga sa page. Tapos sinabi talaga ni, alam mo si Karen, nababash to si Karen eh. Kasi bakit niya ina-associate yung 4 social media personalities to fake news? Eh yung detention order naman because of their quote-unquote absence. Pero
yeah, it has nothing to do. Well, yung kay Papi Mark, ang reason nila doon, ang reason nila kay Papi Mark, kasi merong pinost si Papi Mark attacking the TRICOM. So si Papi Mark na contempt siya because of that reason. Ganon. Hindi because hindi dahil sa hindi siya nagpunta or hindi dahil sa Yun yung reason dahil meron siyang pinost na for them it should be cited in contempt dahil directly attack
yes, but not to fake news. Pero ang sinabi ni Karen, panood mo yung interview ni Karen, yun yung sinabi niya. At saka, how dare of her to say talaga na these are the same people who spread fake news before at parang silang raw suffer din sila sa media and all. Sabi ko, bakit niya may direct association to the
Gusto ko sabihin kay Karen, nakikinig ka ba? Kung nakikinig sa Karen, yung mga TikTokers dito i-cut nyo tong sinasabi ko. Mo girl, palaki mo yung natin para bongga tayo.
Para maganda yung wait lang.
Para maganda ang cut sa TikTok. Okay, TikTokers and YouTubers.
Ready? Get ready.
Ito ako yung sasabihin. Sandali lang, kailangan maganda naman ako. Karen Davila, anong sinasabi mo? Nabiktima kayo ng fake news at naapektuhan kayong mainstream media. Unang-una, Karen Davila, yung pinagsasabi mong fake news, kayo ang pinakamaraming fake news. No, habang lumalaki kami. Ano bang sinabi ni Lee Kuan Yew tungkol sa mainstream media ng Pilipinas noon? Na it is a widely sandali, i-quote, kailangan meron akong direct quote niyan. Sinabi to mismo.
Yes, maganda yung quote niyan.
Lee Kuan Yew. Okay, Lee Kuan Yew. Philippines. Okay.
Philippine media.
Anong sinabi ni Lee Kuan Yew? Ang sabi ni Lee Kuan Yew, Karen Davila, si Lee Kuan Yew na nagsabi nito. Ang sinabi niya, kailan niya ito sinabi? Sinabi niya ito ng around sa American Society. Okay. Sinabi niya ito noong kailan mo niya ito sinabi? 1990s. Sinabi niya, Karen Davila, a widely partisan press helped Filipino politicians to flood the marketplace of ideas with junk and confuse and befuddle the people so that they could not see what their vital interests were in a developing country. Do you understand that, Karen Davila? So, si Lee Kuan Yew na mismo ang nagsabi na kayo ang may kasalanan kung bakit nagkaletse-letse ang Pilipinas. Dahil, tatagalugin ko yung sinabi niya, tinapunan ng basura ang consciousness ng mga tao. Kayo ang may kasalanan. Okay. Tapos, sisisihin nyo kami? Sisisihin mo kami? Fake news. Kayo fake news ba? You have been disinforming the public for a very, very long time because ABS-CBN is corporate media. You are actually pushing for the corporate interest of the Lopezes na isa sa mga oligarko ng Pilipinas, and that is a historical fact. Ngayon, ang sunod, Karen, huwag ka nang magmaang-maangan. What you are actually experiencing is competition on who can actually connect with the Filipino masses for a very, very, very long time. Kayo dyan sa ABS-CBN, ang feeling ninyo, kayo ang may connection sa taong bayan at sa masa. Because kayo lang naman, namamayagpag kayo ang very, very connected sa masang Pilipino. At nung nagkaroon ng social media, nahubaran na ang inyong hypocrisy. Nagkaroon na kayo ng competition, and right now, you cannot keep up. You know why you cannot keep up? Because you're spending millions, darling. You're spending millions in order to connect to the Filipino masses, while people like us only has our moisture in order to connect to the Filipino masses. So, ibig sabihin, we are connecting to the Filipino masses with less money, with less makeup, with less false eyelashes, with just organic moisture compared to you.
And oiliness.
Ibig sabihin, Karen, you are being outcompeted. At alam na namin yung mga strategy ninyo kayong ABS-CBN. Because we grew up during the network wars noong 90s at ganyan din ginagawa ninyo ABS-CBN at GMA sa isa't isa noong panahon na yon. Sinisiraan niyo yung isa't isa dahil gusto nyo makuha ang puso ng taong bayan. And that is exactly what you're doing right now. What you have been doing in the 90s. Hello? Sa tingin nyo ba may amnesia kami na hindi namin alam pinagagawa sa isa't isa?
Correct.
Kasi sinisiraan nyo ang isa't isa na sinasabi nyo, yung isa ganito, yung isa ganito. Right now, sinong target ninyo? Ang target nyo ngayon, yung competition sa social media. Because we don't need millions in order to give to Filipino people, in order to convince them about what we're saying. We only have authenticity and moisture. And it's all organic. We don't need your fake lashes, fake makeup, and fake personality, Karen. Parang nakalimutan mo na, Karen, nagsama tayo noon nung interview kay BBM sa Malacanang, and that was in January 2023. Nagulat nga ako sa iyo, girl. Alam mo ba bakit ako nagulat sa iyo, girl? Ha? Nagulat ako sa iyo, girl, kasi ang bait-bait mo sa akin noon, no? Tapos, ang pinaka-nakakaloka, noong 2022 election, halos isumpa mo mga Marcos sa iyong interview, tapos noong January 2023, ay puta ka, para kang high school dalagitan, nakakita ng idol niya. You were fawning over PBM during that interview. Ako nga, hindi ko pinapansin tahimik lang ako. Ikaw talaga, you were fawning, girl. Fawning. You spell fawning. F-A-W-N-I-N-G. Diyos mio, sa Dizzy Madrigal, tigilan mo ako, Karen. You are being outcompeted. Simple.
Real talk naman si Sa.
With a letter T, with an exclamation point, and a parenthesis saying, neck mo, close parenthesis.
True.
Joey, tinag kita.
Because it's more than just a car to you.
So that we can watch, so that we can listen to that interview.
Ito na.
4 minutes lang.
Nakita ko na nga. Ito.
Makapag-real talk naman si Sas.
Oo nga, todo. Ayan. Wait, sorry.
It's not a bipartisan. But conducting hearings is not a bipartisan activity. Anybody can conduct a hearing. It's not for purely.
Okay.
Reasons.
But all right, now the House Strike Committee, for example, speaking of those vloggers, no, and it's good that Franklin Mehta and Congress is acting against this information. But once again, I ask, is this out of the interest to protect this administration when it should be a national interest regardless of color? So the House Strike Committee cited in contempt and ordered the arrest of Al Reed, Alan Troy Sas Rogando Sasot, Mark Anthony Lopez, Lorraine Marie Badoy, Jeffrey Celis. But during the time of Duterte, these were the same personalities that were spreading what some called propaganda, disinformation, attacks against journalists. And yet, we didn't hear anything from Congress.
Yes, and then mga few seconds she did not hear talaga kasi yung signal ni Pimentel may problema, pero magsasalita pa siya diyan. It's really she will really say something there talaga na kaloka. Naputo lang sila ng mga few seconds. Sabi niya, we did not hear from Congress. Literally talagang hindi sila nakarinig ngayon.
But Karen, during the past administration, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Yes. You're clear, sir.
Yes, during the past administration, it was not as prevalent as like today. That is really the objective of the TRICOM hearing, is to find a way to regulate all this fake news because it is getting out of hand.
Representative, let me just say, Representative,
I believe it was the most fruitful hearing.
Representative, I just want to correct you.
Yes.
No, fake news was as prevalent before, except it did not attack the powers that be. Fake news before attacked the opposition. It attacked media. Today, it is attacking the sitting government. It was as bad, Representative, except the subject of the attacks today is the president. Dati kasi fake news protected the president. Mga vlogger po to supporting Duterte.
And that is precisely, yeah, correct. I know. There were already fake news during the past administration. But if you will notice, those fake news did not focus on the administration, on the government, and all government officials. So, based on the privileged speech of Congressman Ace Barber and resolution, we took action on it because we do not want this fake news to be the cause of the collapse of the government. Hindi po ba? Inatake ng gobyerno natin, hindi pa kami action.
Maybe you can give your thoughts on why you said it's vital and important to really pursue the disinformation now to arrest these bloggers. And is the House serious with the arrest warrant? Are you putting in resources to have them arrested?
Yes, we already signed the contempt order and the order of detention. As I've said, the order of detention is not a warrant of arrest, but rather it is an order to detain the resource person at the premises of Congress, but it has an effect of a warrant of arrest because we will be coordinating with the PNP authorities. So we have already cited for contempt, as you have said, the 4 personalities. I don't know kung nahuli na ba sila, but they will have to be detained until such time that the hearing will be terminated. Now, the reason, the objective, ultimately at the end of the day, the objective of this TRICOM hearing is to craft a legislation that will somehow regulate or mitigate this fake news. As I've said, everyone is a target, everyone is a victim.
Alam mo,
She said abducted, She said abducted. Did you hear that? Karen said abducted.
I think yung interview ni Karen, it's a PR interview.
Noah, you choose a human over a witness.
Yeah, marami pa yan. Actually, sinabi niya yung mention mo dyan, Joey. Sinabi niya na yung gago is actually not a freedom.
Always remember, ABS-CBN has partnership with the media of Martin Romualdez. So, it goes without saying. So, parang lifeline nila yung ni Martin Romualdez. Actually, lifeline ng ABS-CBN ang mga Marcoses at Romualdez. As simple as that. Now, kaya yung ginawa ni Karen Davila, that's actually, hello girl, that is a PR interview. Na may tanong pa siya, serious ba kayo? Na-arrestuhin? Really?
Actually, ito yung sobrang daming ang problem ko dun sa ni Karen, it is pretending to be in favor of the vloggers actually. It is actually pretending to be in favor of freedom of speech. Kasi parang ang sinasabi niya, itong mga to, ginagawa naman nila to dati pa. Whatever it is that she is referring to. But later on, I'm going to tackle specifically yung subject ng ibinibintang niya. Kasi ang point ni Karen is, itong mga vloggers na to, kung anong ginagawa nila ngayon, ginagawa naman nila dati. So why do you want them detained now? At bakit hindi naman yung Congress gumawa ng kahit anong paraan para mapigilan itong mga vloggers na to? Ginagawa rin naman nila yung ginagawa nila ngayon dati. So kumbaga parang sa part ni Karen, she wanted to appear as if she is asking difficult question dito kay Johnny T na hindi naman ginagawa yan dati tapos ngayon ano mo yung ang tawag dito, ipapakulong niya yung mga vloggers. And why? Now, in true Karen Davila fashion, she wanted to appear as if she's asking difficult question. But this is where everything she is saying is falling apart. Kasi, yung iyong presumption, ginawa mong fact na yung mga vlogger na ito ay actually sinettle mo na sinettle na ni Karen na itong mga taong to nagpapakalat ng fake news noon, nagpapakalat ng fake news ngayon, so bakit ngayon gusto nyo silang makulong? Bakit dati nagpapakalat sila ng fake news, okay lang naman. Tigil-tigilan nyo ang kaka-refer sa mga vloggers ng fake news. This is the reason why I sued Ace Barbers. Sa totoo lang. This is the exact reason why I sued Ace Barbers. Because I am being perpetually referred to as a fake news peddler. I also refuse an interview, a mainstream media engagement asking me to participate in a debate. News 5 tong nag-ano sa akin, i-invite sa akin. Tapos they wanted me to participate in a debate sa may UST. At ang topic daw is mainstream media. Sino ang dapat paniwalaan? Vloggers or mainstream media? And I refuse that. Bakit? Kasi unang-una, you should teach people to believe information that can be verified. You should teach people to believe kung ano yung tama, kung ano yung totoong impormasyon. This is not about vloggers are more believable than the mainstream media or mainstream media is more believable than the vloggers. Putang ina! Tigil-tigilan niyo yung kasasalsal na kaming mga vloggers ang fake news peddlers dito. Diba? May mga vloggers na hindi accurate yung information, hindi. But so are you!